to the Inspiration in 30. My name is Gloria Ward, and I'm the founder of the I'm Loving Me Project, where we inspire you to not only love yourself, but to transform, to understand and know just how powerful you are, how much strength you have, and to give you the ability to go day to day, even before you start your day, with the thoughts and the ideas that you do matter, that you are a part of this amazing universe where you can do, have, or be anything you want. Uh, and what we thrive on and what we teach is that once we change your mind, then you'll be able to go out and change the world and change communities. Hi, Khadijah. You know, y'all should follow Khadijah's podcast. I was on your podcast yesterday. I stayed for a little bit. But she has an amazing podcast, Willpower Unsurfaced, that she does every Monday that I think is so amazing. And I think you guys need to tune in. I think it's in the evening. For me, it's like around 6 o'clock, I think, right? Khadijah, you could post when the podcast is. But yes, it's amazing and I enjoyed it. I want to let you guys know that our calendar will be out the first part of December, so that you can see all the events that we're having for the year, and then you can choose to see if you want to come, if you want to partner with us, whatever it is that you want to do. But we'll have all of our events and all of our programs for 2022, so that you can actually really interact with us. I love this inspiration in 30 that I'm going to talk about today because it's the one of the biggest things that people say, and one of the biggest things that we all experience. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be a billionaire, or you could be, a person just on the street. And that's why are we stuck? Why do we feel like we're stuck in the same place? Why do we feel like that we're not moving? Why do we feel like that we are on this treadmill? Why do we feel like we have all these desires in us? We want to be able to move forward. We want to be able to do a whole bunch of stuff. And at the same time, we feel like we ain't going nowhere. Like you turn around and you look and nothing is happening, right? I know a lot of you guys feel that way. I feel that way sometimes. And I was talking to a friend of mine about that. And one of the things that I had to tell her was that, the reason why, in my opinion, and I really think that this is, a true, at least in my case, is the reason why that we feel like we're stuck is because we are so overly loyal to the idea of something being impossible. We're loyal to it. We are so loyal to something that we believe is overly impossible, and that came from the way we grew up. Now, let me tell you what I mean, right? We grew up, at least I did, with my grandmother. You got 6 kids, all this stuff, you learning how to survive, right? I heard over and over and over again, money doesn't grow in trees. You got to go out and work hard for what you want. Nobody's going to give you anything. You got to go write your own ticket. Um, those things is only for the rich people. Man, if you can go ahead and get that, I'll be surprised. You don't have enough knowledge to go out and get this, right? And then we grow up and we become adults and we hear something different and we say, yes, this is exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to start that business. I wanted to, have that relationship. I wanted to get that job. And then all of a sudden, the sabotaging thoughts that you heard when you were younger comes in your head. But they don't come in a thought of, can you really do that and all that stuff? No, it doesn't happen like that. When you sit down to start working on it, you start to say to yourself, now, how am I going to actually get this done? I never really went to school or anything like that to go ahead and get this done. So maybe I'm not the person to do this because it looks like you need a certificate or something like that to go ahead and get it done. And I'm not no professional. So, and I really don't know nobody to go out there and do it. And you see what I'm saying? You start to tell yourself stories, but the desire is there, but you're sabotaging yourself at the same time. And then you just go on this hamster wheel. You want it, but you believe you can't have it. You want it, but you believe that it's not for you. You want it, but you're sitting up there telling yourself you don't have enough money, you can't do this, you don't want to take a plane, you don't want to travel. And I was telling my friend, because we was really going back and forth about this. I said, it's so funny how when we do want something, we make provisions for it. Hell and high water, right? If you want a special bag, a dress, anything that you want, you'll ask, you'll go out and work, you'll do anything you can to get that thing you want. Except when it comes to those things that you are loyal to in your head, that sabotages you. You get that? And let me tell you how it works. See, a bag, I don't know what the latest bags are, but let's say an expensive bag and let's say some Gucci shoes, right? Now, to you, you could probably attain that. You believe you can do it. It's expensive, but what you would tell yourself is, well, if I could get somebody else to buy it for me, then I'm cool. I already told my kids and my grandkids I don't want anything but money because I want to be able to go out and get this. I already told them the bag I want and all that. They can go ahead and pay half, and I'll go ahead and pay the other half. You came up with all these solutions, right? As to how you can get that. But then when you got to make a decision and you say to yourself, well, you know what, this relationship is really not working for me, and I need to be able to get out of this because I'm not happy. You won't come up with solutions that quickly for your own happiness. You would sit there and say to yourself, well, I'm not financially stable to go ahead and move out on my own right now. And I have to be able to find, what it is that I'm looking for. And it's just going to be so much of a move. And I'm so afraid to make this happen. And so you stay stuck. You get what I'm saying? The things that you are loyal to because you were told at such a young age, and people spoke these things into you, is the reason why you staying right where you are. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to explore your sexual nature. You know why? Because your mom or your dad or whoever said, if you do, you a hoe. You need to be a good girl. So if you married and your husband say, oh, let's go ahead and explore, you like, hell no, I don't do that. That's not me. I'm not that girl. Because you thinking about what mom and dad and everybody told you about what a good girl is. And you know what happens too? Because it might be present where you work, right? You might go to your job, you ask for a raise, they say no, or they undervaluing your work or who you are, and they giving you what they think they deserve, what they think you deserve. You go ahead and take it, but you want more, but you're afraid to leave because you don't know if you'll be able to get another job again. So you sit and you take it, and you always have the desire that you want more, but you're staying the same. You know why? because you were taught. Don't sit up here and ask, you know, for things that you know you're not qualified for. You better be grateful for the things that you got right now. Be happy with the stuff that you have. And how many times you told yourself that? Well, they paying me, I'm getting my check, everything is good. And you know, so I really want a better job and I want to get out there, but here I am, right? You got to be able to know and understand that the reason why you are stuck where you are is because you're lying to yourself every day. You're playing these things in your head from what you were told. And the only way that you can get out of it is to understand that those are lies and that you have the power to move forward anyway. You get what I'm saying? There is no way you're going to get off the hamster wheel by just having a desire and thinking someone is going to come and hand you something. That's not how it works. The desire is the only thing that's going to push you. The action behind that desire comes from a place of belief. You believing in yourself enough to go ahead and push forward. Your mom and dad told you you had to be a good girl. Your family told you you had to be a good girl. And what did a good girl mean? You don't go ahead and dress provocative. You don't go ahead and put yourself out there with men because you never know what you're going to get. You know, you never go ahead and do these things. A good girl does this. You're a grown woman now. And you say to yourself, I'm not going to go ahead and talk to that man. If he want to go ahead and come, he need to talk to me. I'm not going to sit up there and make him, make him think that I'm all fast and stuff, because that's not me. I ain't grow up that way. Right? And the man sitting up there like, well, are you going to have a conversation? Well, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to have the conversation with me because, in your head, you playing, my mom and dad raised me to be a good girl. Come on now, Khadijah, ain't that right? You see what I'm saying? You want to go and excel at your job. And you're the one who always made good grades in your family or did well in school. You know some of the things that you can benefit from and what your job can benefit from, right? And you want to be able to speak up, but you know what you're doing? What your parents told you to do. Don't sit up there and boast about your grades and boast about all the things that you're doing because you're going to make your brothers and sisters feel bad. Don't sit up here and think you so high and mighty where you are better than everybody. So when you get in that room and you know you're powerful and you know you can do the job and you know you can make things happen, you sit there and you be quiet. And you say to yourself, I don't want to say nothing because, I don't want them to think that I know everything. And I don't want them to feel like I'm trying to take over stuff. Who said that? Who said that? Because it's stopping you from that promotion. It's stopping you from getting that man you want. Money doesn't grow on trees. It's stopping you from building your business and investing in your business because you believe you broke. You believe you don't have it. And your actions is displaying that. Because instead of putting your money into reinvesting, you giving it away to people who are asking. You telling yourself, well, I need to help them out and I need to do this and I need to do that. And when I get enough money, no, because you were taught you always help your family. When they eat, you eat. Whatever you got, you need to share. You better not come in this house with something and you don't share it with them. What is that teaching you? And let me say, what has that taught us? To give, and allow people to take from us. And what do we get? Now, we're not victims. We just understanding now that we are older, that shit is keeping us stuck where we are. Because instead of taking my money and doing what I want to do, go on my vacation, be a business owner, do whatever it is that I want to do, I'm giving it away so you can pay your light bill and keep a roof over your head and do all that stuff. Why the hell am I working hard for you? You get it? Because mom and dad and grandma and everybody said you be there for the family. And even when you do well, y'all, and you say to yourself, I got me a good job, I got me a good husband, the kids are doing all right, I'm gonna make sure that they are cool. You still giving yourself away and not doing anything for yourself because you were told you're the woman, you take care of the family, you sacrifice yourself for your family. Don't worry about what that man is doing. He's a man. And that's just what he gonna be. But you, on the other hand, you got to make sure you have your shit together in this house together. Right? So we busting our ass trying to figure out how we going to keep this house together, how we going to keep things in order. And we wonder why we doing the same thing, getting the same result. And we have this desire for more. And we can't figure out why the hell we so damn depressed. Because you want more, but you don't believe it. You want more, but you battling how you grew up. Those stories that they told you that something is impossible. And let's not put culture on it, being black. Oh, please. You get it? Oh, please. Don't even put being black on it. Okay? You'll never get above a certain amount of money. They'll never let you have this. They'll never let you have that. They'll never let you have that. You walk into a place you already defeated. Hear me. You are stuck because you are overly loyal to that damn idea. And the only way you could break free of that is to know that those are lies. They're lies. You're acting out on these lies each and every day. If you want to prove it to yourself, see how you act during Thanksgiving. See how you act during Thanksgiving, even if you're cooking or you're going to somebody's house or if you're doing nothing. Right? See how you act when you get to mama's house or your grandmother's house. How you turn into that little kid again, right? You try to challenge and say something new about your life and what things are happening for you. And they say, oh, here she go again. Last month it was, she trying to be an artist. And now this month she talking about, she want to go ahead and start a trucking company. Next month it's going to be something else. Man, I told that girl she just got too many ideas in her head. And I keep telling her those things don't work out like that because you don't listen, you don't pay attention, you don't work hard at nothing. You was always this kind of way in school with all these hopes and dreams and did nothing. And I told you the reason why that's not going to happen because these people are not going to let you have it. The way you living right now, you ain't got the money. Does that sound familiar? You could barely go ahead and take care of yourself. And then you got these kids, and your husband ain't doing right anyway. I heard because Cheryl done told me. Cheryl done told me that, Larry ain't doing shit anyway. Cause didn't he lose his job? So you trying to run out there and do something and y'all ain't got no money. So when you trying to get that business license, when you trying to get your bank account straight, you hearing all that. You hearing all that. Well, you know what? I don't well, let me go ahead and get this bank account, but I'm gonna see if I could put in only $15 a month. Cause we gotta be careful because Larry ain't working. And I don't want to be able to, do something where we are without. And no, 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 no. Somebody asking you, hey, spend $500 to go ahead and invest in your business so you're able to get it up. You're like, shit, I don't have that. You see my situation with my kids and my husband ain't working and I can't fly nowhere. I can't do none of that. I can't do this. I can't do that. Okay, how are you supposed to move? How are you supposed to move? Well, Gloria, it's just not right now. But when he get a job and when the kids get out of school during the summer and when we able to do this, then I'll go ahead and get started. Next thing you know, 10 years went by. And you've been writing that book for 10 years. And nothing has happened. Well, I really wasn't a good writer in school because, every time I used to write, I used to always get like failing grades and all that stuff or whatever. That's a story you telling yourself, sis. That's your story. That was freaking back in elementary school. That ain't who you are now. You know how to get the knowledge now to become a better writer. But you afraid because you're thinking about what happened in elementary school. What happened in middle school? And it's stopping you from your destiny? But you want to write a book? You have a desire to do it? You writing in journals and doing all this stuff and got such an amazing story, but you worrying about what the teacher said to you in middle school? And you became loyal to that? That's why we got to be careful who we around and who speak life into us. This weekend, throughout the rest of the week, you're going to be around family who you love dearly. And you've changed. You've changed. And you're going to hear some things that you are not necessarily going to agree with at this particular moment. And even when you try to go ahead and let these people know all the good things that are happening to you, they're going to go ahead and shoot it down because they're playing their own tape, right? But here's how you break out of that. If you know the environment you're walking into, that ain't the place where you tell your hopes and dreams. Love people where they are. And then you move on. Those people who were equally yoked, like-minded, are the people you should be sharing your hopes and your dreams and getting support from. We couldn't help it when we were younger because they were imposing their fears and all of that on us, right? Girl, you got $5. You better go ahead and get you some bread, some milk, and some butter and some cheese. Because if that's all you got, then at least you got something to eat, right? We not back in the 70s anymore, y'all. It'll be 2022. When are we going to live for us? When are we going to let go of that stuff? It's keeping you stuck and it's holding you. It really is. It's holding you. And it's so unconscious that you really can't see it. You know when you recognize it? When you start to sit and when you sit down and you think, like right now is thinking time because we're coming up to another year, right? So now you're thinking about your life, you're looking at your weight, you're trying to figure out where you're going, what's going to happen for the new year, who you cutting off. And you start to realize, what have I accomplished this year? What have I done differently in my life that I'm proud of? Right? And if you come up with nothing, then you did the same old thing that you did last year because you kept playing those tapes and you kept being loyal to those ideas that was put in you when you were younger. Now, some of the values you can stick with, right? Make up your bed. Make sure you keep your house clean. You never know who's coming over. Make sure you keep a clean pair of drawers in or on you, just in case if you get into an accident. Don't embarrass the family with holes, holes in your underwear. All those things, right? Those are just things that we were told to keep us up on our game. They wasn't the things that sabotaged us. Like you below the poverty line. Money doesn't grow on trees. It's hard for you to make money, right? You live in the hood, you live in the ghetto, you don't have much. Somebody is always trying to take something away from you. You got to go without, and you always got to give. You got to sacrifice and be resilient and let everybody take from you. You got to go ahead and turn the other cheek when someone hurts you. You have to be this self-sacrificing person. And answer me this question: what everybody else doing? You giving and taking and you giving and giving and giving and letting people take. What the hell they doing? Are you getting any of that back? Hell to the no. And you got dreams and desires and plans and wishes, and ain't nothing coming back to you. You know why? Because you're giving it away. Well, Gloria, I'm in a position now where I can't make moves like that because I'm going to hurt people. I'm going to hurt people. The more you continue to care about how they feel, the more depressed you get, the more you hurt yourself. Because I guarantee you, see it for yourself. I guarantee you that these people that you believe that you will hurt will choose themselves in a second. They won't swim across the ocean for you like you doing with them. They won't. They won't even put their coat down so that you can jump over a puddle. So why should you stay stuck where you are and they doing what they want? We grown now, ladies. It's okay. You're not doing a bad thing because you feel like you're not a good girl. You're not being crazy with your money because you invested in yourself and they telling you you ain't paying your bills and your light bill, da 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 da. Being responsible and investing in yourself are two different things. Yes, you need to be responsible, but at the same time, you know the difference. You grown. To get out of that stuck state, don't believe the hype. That's all I got to say. Don't believe the hype. Watch how you talk to yourself for the next couple of days, especially around Thanksgiving, and how you talk to yourself around your family and the things that you say. Okay? The minute that you start talking all that BS about what you don't have and what you're trying to do, and it's because of them and this person and that, just clean it up and just be like, damn, I sound like mommy. Right? I sound like that damn teacher. Let me go ahead and fix this. I hope that helped you and make you realize that at the end of the day, the only thing that's stopping us is us, y'all. That's it. You need anything, let me know. Like and share this, tell your friends. We'll make sure we get the calendar out for you. If you want to participate in any of the events that we have in 2022, just send us an email when we get it out there to you, and we'll be able to have a good time next year. Next year is about show and tell. I'm trying to hang out. I'm trying to party y'all with y'all. I'm trying to grow and learn and do so much stuff. You know, we're gonna make it the best year next year. All right, I see you.